Come with me now. Come with me now.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the State of the Yankees podcast. I am Bobby, that is Andy, and I'm hoping that you are enjoying your weekend as much as I am. Andy, how you doing?
Good.
Finger looking good! Alright, it is Saturday morning, 11:37 a.m. No recording last night. Was too busy with family coming over and whatnot, because I don't live anywhere near my family. But, at least we get more coverage of the Yankees now.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get right into it. We had, multiple injuries this week. And the week past, we had Frazier. Was that last week or was that this week?
I believe Frazier went down last week. Frazier and CeCe both.
Was Frazier injured last week or this week?
Last week?
So, Frazier was injured last week. CeCe was injured last week for 3 days, and then he was fine. He's going to be starting later in the week, if not, later tonight, Saturday night. Tanaka was placed on the 10-day DL, which I don't know if that's good or bad, because Tanaka wasn't doing that great. But, the Yankees are just getting plagued with injuries like the Yankees do.
Sessa, Tanaka's replacement, Luis Sessa, also got hurt.
He only went 3 or 4 innings.
He went down quick.
Yeah, well, so now there's currently no starter listed for what would be Sessa's day, which is this coming Thursday, where they take on the Detroit Tigers. One could assume it's either Brian Mitchell or Chad Green. But let's get right into the State of the Yankees, shall we?
All right.
On Friday, the Yankees defeated the Red Sox 5-4. Aaron Hicks, just fresh off the DL, would return big with 2 for 5 game, a home run and 2 RBIs. Jaime Garcia, obviously, of course, never gets the win. Adam Warren gets the win out of the bullpen, and the Yankees would still be in second place. And then on Saturday, what happened to Luis Sessa on Saturday? What do you think it was? No, Luis Severino on Saturday.
I don't know. He was
terrible. He was outrageous.
It was awful.
The Yankees lost the Red Sox by a score of 10-5. Severino went 4 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, and 8 earned runs. Gary Sanchez, Chase Headley, Jacoby Ellsbury would all homer, and Saturday was the day that Tanaka was played on 10-day disabled list.
Yes.
What about Sunday?
Let's see now. Sunday, blah, blah, blah. That was also against the Red Sox. Yankees lost of a score of 3-2.
Yankees
score.
couldn't hit. They only had 5 hits during the game.
They had the lead going into the bottom of the 9th, but Chapman blew it, giving up the home run to Rafael Devers. And then later, Andrew Benintendi would hit an RBI single. And
watching this entire
they lost in
game
10.
just made me so upset. Made me so depressed about having to do this podcast this week, because I saw how the week was going so far, and I thought I was going to have to go on a rant. But thankfully, we ended up sweeping the Mets in the Subway Series.
Thankfully.
Because in Game 1 on Tuesday, the Yankees were to score 5 and the Mets were to score 4. Sonny Gray got his first win in the Stripes. Jacob deGrom went a long time for a loss. He won 8 innings, right?
Yeah, 7-8.
7 2/3?
Actually, I don't think he got the loss. Oh no, I was looking at the
I couldn't believe they had him on that long.
wrong game.
Give
7 1/3. But looks like we just totally yeah, Bobby, we just totally skipped Monday's game, I believe.
Did we?
Yes. So 2-4 final score. Yankees scoring too late in the game. Robertson getting the win out of the bullpen. Hansel Robles of the Mets getting the loss out of the bullpen. Dellin Betances getting his 7th save of the season.
Car Wi-Fi is screwing me up in here because I'm stuck in a car right now because that's the only place that is quiet enough to record. But in the North Carolina heat, I am baking right now. So,
Hey.
on Wednesday, let's go to that. The Mets would lose by a score of 5-3. Aaron Judge was that the game he set the record in? Because now it's at 35 games.
Let's see.
You know what I'm talking about, correct?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, New York knows about it.
He did strike out, so that might have been it.
In 35 consecutive games.
The strikeout streak, yeah.
I just get so mad every time I see his swing on like 3 pitches. It just looks like he's stopping. He's just trying to put it in play, which is fine, which is what you're supposed to do. But his swing is just so ugly on strike 3. It's just, the guy's a great player. The guy's got a future, but I think New York is starting to turn on him because they're expecting something extremely unexpected that happened at the beginning of the year, which is he went on that tear. And that's hard to expect, especially for someone that's basically a rookie. He's only, like a year and 2 weeks into the league.
Yeah, it's still considered his rookie season.
He's definitely, if this is still his rookie season, he's got it on lock. Although I think he's played more than 150.
It's still his rookie season, so it's his rookie season. He's in contention for Rookie of the Year. But, yeah, he has gone over 130 at-bats, obviously.
Yeah, it's just, insane. Do you want to take Thursday, or should I take Thursday?
What about Judge's home run on Wednesday?
Yeah, he did hit
that monster shot.
He also did strike out. That seems to be the deal.
The triple-decker, man. Well, I mean, with the deal with Judge, he strikes out every game, basically.
And that was not the case when he was on the home run tear, where we would home run every single game.
Yeah, he wouldn't strike out on that tear.
Now, in that game, the Yankees still ran thanks to Didi Gregorius' 2-run double late in the game.
Okay, so on to Thursday. Severino pitching 6 1/3 strong innings, 4 hits, 1 run, unearned, 3 walks, 9 Ks. Compared to Steven Matz only going 3 1/3, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 2 walks, and only striking out 4. Betances getting the save out of the bullpen.
Now this week I'm going to write down our predictions in the document that I have my notes saved in, because I want to know how we did, because I know I got a couple. I know I did around 500 this week, but I'm not 100% sure where I was. I know I wasn't perfect because I know I got the Jacob deGrom game wrong.
Well, Severino having that great bounce back start from the Saturday, I believe, when they got totally smoked by the Bo Sox. And Yankees, they had this game wide open. They were up 7-0 at one point. Pretty much all of the Mets runs came off of a Curtis Granderson grand slam in the bottom of the 9th inning.
The Grandy man cannot do that anymore in New York, though, because he was traded late last night
to the Dodgers for a player to be named later, or cash.
Is he going to be one of the few $1 men in this league, or is he going to go for more?
I'm sure he's going to go for more.
Yeah, there's not too many guys that are going to be $1 men. Now, and they don't last as long as him. Shall we go to Friday? The Yankees would play the Red Sox, and they would lose by a score of 9-6. The seventh inning was the entire game because it felt like it was 2 hours long. I don't know the exact. It had to be well over an hour.
It was long.
I remember Kay wouldn't shut up about how long it was, and it was insanity. How long? I remember showering during that inning, and it was still 2 outs. The Yankees would go on to win, however. No, they would go on to lose by a score of 9-6. Frazier would hit a home run and 2 RBIs, one of his few Yankee home runs so far. Frazier's been doing all right. I think we won that trade.
Yeah, especially with D-Rob and Canely, but...
Canely has been a breakout. Canely has been insanely compatible and usable.
Yeah, except for yesterday, getting the loss with 2 earned runs out of the bullpen. But other than that, he's been great. He's been consistent, just pitching solid out of the bullpen every day, almost.
I don't know how Rutherford is doing. I'm sure I'll see him at a game in a few, maybe later this week, maybe at the end of the month.
Isn't there a AAA team near you?
Yeah, the AAA team is based in Charlotte, North Carolina.
He's in, High A.
He's in High A? Blake Rutherford?
Yeah, his ETA is 2020.
Oh, man, he was in AAA at one point, no?
No. I mean, I'll check the White Sox top prospects, but...
I would say your ETA could be 30 years from now, because one of our questions, we got 3 questions this week, which is 3 more than I expected, actually. So thank you to the 3 people that submitted. But thank you to everybody that's listening too. I appreciate it. Yeah, Rutherford. I would assume Rutherford sounded like he was doing pretty well at the start. I don't know if he fell off, maybe, but it sounded like he was doing pretty well as a Yankee.
Yeah, he's their 5th. Well, actually, he's on the 7-day DL, and currently in let's see. Not sure. Trying to find it. Where does it say this?
Alright, let that not distract you from the state of the Yankees, because on Saturday...
He's in High A.
So tonight, maybe you're watching this during the game, maybe you're not. Just thanks for watching. CC Sabathia will be facing Chris Sale, and Sale shut down the Yankees the last time he faced him. He had 12 or 14 strikeouts. He went 7 innings. Long game for Sale. The guy just dominates every time he goes out. He's one of the best in the game. He's a Cy Young candidate every year.
Yeah, he's gonna be tough to hit.
Can't give you a TV channel, but I can give you a Reddit live stream, because that's how I watch all my Yankees games. Now, on Sunday, we've got Sonny Gray versus Doug Fister. Fister has had a tough season. He's gone 2-6 with a 5.56 ERA. That game is an early afternoon game. It takes place at 1:35 p.m. Monday we have off. You can take Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay. Sorry about this.
I can swear to God I've got the right probables now. I didn't use MLB Network. I used the Score Media application. So shout out to them.
All right.
Please.
Yep, you got the right probables this time, Bobby. Congrats. All right, so Tuesday, Yankees at Detroit. Let's see now. Pitching matchup: Jaime Garcia versus Matthew Boyd. Well,
Boyd has a high ERA.
Yeah, Boyd has. They both have high ERAs here. Garcia is slightly lower, so it looks like it'll be a high-scoring game. Who has a better offense? Yankees or Tigers? Yankees probably. With Gary Sanchez being white hot. He's just on fire. If Judge can pick things up, that'll be great. Hicks, he's good. Didi, I think the Yankees can win this one.
I believe so as well. Jaime Garcia is still not going to get the win.
Yeah, he never can. He never will.
Jaime Garcia has won the last game of his career. You can pitch until you're 800 years old, Garcia. You're never going to win another game. It's always going to be the bullpen.
Oh,
On Wednesday, you could also take Wednesday. I'll get Thursday.
So,
Friday.
still Yankees at Tigers. Pitching matchup, Luis Severino versus Jordan Zimmerman. Zimmerman has been having a rather disappointing campaign this season. 7-10, 5.87 ERA. So, looks like the Yankees can pull that one off, too.
That game takes off at 7:10 p.m. Now, Thursday, the Yankees are playing the Tigers in the final game of the set at 1:10 p.m. It's a getaway game. No starters have been listed for either teams on the score, correct?
Correct.
That could either be Brian Mitchell or Chad Green or Giovanni, whatever his name is that we called up.
Gallegos or whatever.
Yeah, Gallegos.
I probably just mispronounced that so horribly. I'm sorry. Sorry, Giovanni.
Warren, we're certainly not going to use Betances because Betances should be. I don't understand something about Chapman. I don't understand why New York is turning our back on them, on Chapman so quickly. He's just going through a rough few games right now.
He's blowing a lot of saves.
He's blowing a lot of saves, understandable.
A lot.
But when we need him, he is more than often there. He's a guy that fits in well here. He's got a New York attitude. And, hey, better us than nobody, you know? And if he needs a few days, then he needs a few days. But I'm sure in a few days he will be back. But they used Betances multiple times this week. Betances pitched a crap ton this week. It was insane how much he threw. He threw like 4 games.
Yep, he's been used a lot instead of Chapman because of Chapman's hamstring issue after that Mets game.
Yeah, after that Mets game. For those of you that didn't see it, it was the final out of the Mets game. The ball was grounded. The way Chapman had thrown it, and he ached in pain. I think you could even hear him on the Yes Network. You could hear him kind of scream out. And he ended up running over to the base and taking the ball successfully for the final out of the game. But he was hobbling on that leg, and people seemed to be nervous. But New York fans seem to be happy because, you know, just another guy on the DL, another guy that we don't need right now to be doing poorly. CC, I don't know when they changed the 15-day DL to the 10-day DL because CC came off in like 3 days.
That was a quick DL, so.
I think you should put a, there's got to be a rule, right? Like, you got to at least serve, 10 days if you're on the 10-day DL? Like, that's why it should be called the 10-day DL. If you're on the 60-day DL, you should be serving at least 60.
Probably. I think it was like 10 days because since he was placed on it. It's like, he was placed on it last week, so.
Well, anywho, he gets the start tonight against Chris Sale, as you already said. Now, the final game of the week in Seattle against the Mariners. We've got Ariel Miranda versus CC Sabathia. Miranda has had an okay year at 7-6 with a 4 3/4 ERA. That game takes off at 7:05 p.m. and probably on the Yes Network because that's a Yes Network time. I don't understand why everyone starts at 7:10, but the Yankees are able to start at 7:05. It just seems to be something about the dead air that the Yankees bring. Yankees commentary is the worst on the planet.
Oh, yes.
There's nobody. I remember it was a couple games back. But we sat through 2 whole pitches without Kay or his buddy over there saying a single word.
That might be better.
Well, yeah, whatever the BS comes out of his mouth comes out of his mouth. But, at least say something. I don't know if it's Kay's fault. Maybe it's the production truck guys not giving him anything. But, something's got to, give.
Oh, yeah.
I know John Cone is doing a lot more, or Jack Curry is doing a lot more games. I don't know who it was Kay and Singleton at one point for a while. Who was it back in 2014? It was Kay and somebody else.
I think O'Neal maybe.
Yeah, Kay always seems to have a optional second man.
Yeah.
But I just don't get why they keep on replacing the wrong guys, because I think the Mets have the best commentary in the league. They have guys that have played the game. They have like Keith Hernandez is one of them. They have guys that know how to break down. They have situational guys. I just think they're good. They talk the entire time. They discuss what might happen. So instead of listening to K, I split 2 games listening to the SNY guys and 2 games listening to the S guys. And that was a good, fun series. But anyway, let's move on to some Q&A. Or should we just save that for last?
Let's move on to the Q&A.
All right, let me pull up. One of the questions was texted to me privately. That question was from Liam. Liam asks, when will Gleyber Torres be in the major leagues?
Next year, hopefully.
He's currently dealing with an injury. I would say next year.
Yeah.
I'd say they shoot for next September is the deadline, because at some point the guy's just going to get too old.
Yeah.
And the guy's going to miss the best part of his career.
Exactly. And he was doing pretty good in AAA before he got hurt. So, I mean, if he can come back from the injury, keep doing good again, then he should be up pretty soon.
Alright, well, Liam, thanks for the question. Jake asks, who is your Yankee follower on Yankees News? That is Chad Green. Simple answer. Chad's a good guy.
Yes. Like Chad is nice.
Does he listen to this? No, probably not. But if he does, Chad, thanks for following us. I appreciate it.
Yes, Chad.
Alright, let's just explain our last couple minutes before we get back to the podcast. His phone overheated, my phone overheated. I'm pissing sweat right now. But let's get back to it. Joe asks, where do you think Aaron Judge is going to finish in the home run race?
Well, in the AL, I'm saying first. If he can pick things back up, hit home runs consistently again, then easy first, breaking McGuire's home run record for a rookie. In the MLB, probably second with just Stanton in front of him. Stanton, he's been on an insane roll, just a tear recently, and I think Stanton's going to hit like 60, so that's not going to be too easy for Judge to break, obviously.
I'll go in second or third. First in AL, second or third. I don't know where Eric Thames is right now, but I think he may make a comeback. Continue hitting bombs. Alright, well, that's all for questions. If you want to submit questions, send them to @Yankees.news_, on Instagram. Thanks to Liam, Jake, and Joe for sending them in.
So, Gary Sanchez. He has been insane. He's been insanely good. He's just on fire. He's homered 6 times over his last 10 games. He's just amazing right now. He has something with Gary Sanchez in the month of August.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been hot. He hit his 40th home run. Who else? Judge did.
Yeah, Sanchez, Judge, and Hicks all hit their 40th career home runs in the same game.
Alright, well, yeah, they're doing pretty well, but, how much time deep are we in? We'll do last licks and then close it out.
Sorry, what? Couldn't really get you there.
How deep are we? How far in are we?
25 minutes.
Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's do, last licks. Well, it currently looks like I'm taking a goddamn shower in this car. It is so unbelievable. I want to take a photo, and it's just unbelievable. It's insane how sweaty I am right now, but we gotta do last lick. My hands are covered. It's insane. I have the watermarks on my hands that make your pool, like, your grip stick to the pool.
Oh, my.
It is unbelievable. I think I'm going to die during this podcast live on air. It is so
I'll
unreal.
still post it.
That'd be a first. Now, all right, who you got today? Sale versus Sabathia.
Sale.
Yeah, alright, so
Obviously.
Boston is our prediction. Sunday, Sonny Gray versus Doug Fister. Who you got?
Gray and the Yankees.
I also do. Tuesday, Boyd versus Garcia.
Garcia.
Alright, so NY versus... I've got Detroit.
Alright, so Wednesday, Severino versus Zimmerman.
We've both got New York.
Yep.
Alright, Thursday, TBD versus TBD. I'm going Detroit. Because I'm sure they're going to have...
Probably Detroit if they bring in somebody like Kills. Oh, wait, actually, if you look at it, the only TBDs would
Have
be
they updated
for...
it since...
The only TBDs for the Tigers, actually. Montgomery is scheduled to start for the Yankees.
Alright, then
So,
I am going to go
yeah.
Montgomery.
Whoever the Tigers can pull out of their farm system, I don't really think it's gonna... he's gonna do that great against Montgomery. So, I would have Montgomery in that one.
Alright, so Friday, Seattle versus New York. Ariel Miranda versus CC Sabathia.
Let's see. CC, the Yanks, because just been not better by a long shot, but better.
I would say Seattle.
All right. Are we going to next Saturday or?
No, next Saturday will be covered in the next podcast. But let's do the closer and get up out of here. Do you have a closing question, or should I ask first?
You can.
All right, my question for you. Where do the Yankees finish? And if it's the wild card, who do they face? And what is their route to the World Series?
Well, where the Yankees would finish in the wild card. The way they're going, that's their only destination, really. First wild card spot, so they get home field advantage, and they go up against probably Kansas City, I'd say. Well, it's an incredibly close race. I mean, there's 9 teams that are possible contenders for this. There's the two teams that make it, and then the 7 that miss. And those 7 are all within 3 games, so it can really go any way, but I'm thinking it's going to be Kansas City that pulls this one off. For more technical difficulties.
This overheating on this phone is so unbelievable.
Another overheated phone. It's incredible.
And it got to the point that it was so bad that I just went inside my house again. So any background
Sweet
noise,
air
I apologize
conditioning.
for. Be it a vacuum, be it a robotic vacuum in the background, be it a child, be it anything. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. I'm no longer sweating because it is so much It was nicer outside in the 90-degree North Carolinian weather than it is in here. But Andy, please do continue with your path to gold for the 28th time.
So it would be Yankees-Royals in the wild card at Yankee Stadium. Yankees would have to win that, obviously. Then they move on to face Houston in the ALDS. And if they win that, they would probably move on against the Red Sox, I would say, in the ALCS. And if they take that too, then the Dodgers in the World Series.
I think that's a series that everybody wants to see.
Yeah, and if the Dodgers choke in the playoffs again, that would actually be kind of funny, but...
Because I got an update from Bleacher Report during this week saying, from Hal Steinbrenner, Steinbrenner said that if the Yankees do not make the playoffs this year, it'll be a huge disappointment or something like that.
Yeah, huge disappointment, I think. Huge
I don't know the exact word.
Something like that, you know?
But, let's get a question in for me, and then any final thoughts, comments, concerns, life advice, turtles, anything.
Let's see. Well, I mean, if one of the teams in contention for the wild card were to come up and, like, give the Yankees a real run for their money in trying to make the playoffs, who do you think it could be?
Well, let's look at the wild card teams. We've got, who do we have here? Let me just pull it up. We have the Royals, certainly. Let's just type in here AL wild card standings 2017. AL East wild card, could you imagine?
That would still be close. Four teams still.
Not at all, actually, because Tampa Bay is the runner-up and they're 10.5 out. Now, let's just look at this. We've got the Yankees in first by 3.5. We've got Minnesota in second and Los Angeles in second as well. The bottom teams are Kansas City, Seattle, Texas, Baltimore, Tampa Bay. 4 of those teams are under 500, so realistically, are they going to come back? No. So it could either be Seattle, it could be Kansas City, or Los Angeles could take the spot. Although, in the last 10 games that Los Angeles has played, they've been very well as Minnesota. Minnesota and Los Angeles are both 7 out of 10, which is 7-3. The Yankees have the 3-game advantage, although they are playing Boston. They played Boston last night. They played Boston tonight, and they play Boston tomorrow. So the Yankees have 2 more games. So let's just say, God forbid, they get swept. They would, depending upon how Minnesota is doing. Minnesota is facing this week. Would you happen to know off the top of your head?
No. Minnesota facing this
week.
Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks are okay, but they're
a pretty good team. Overshadowed by the Dodgers in the same division as them, but still solid.
The Angels are playing the Orioles tonight and tomorrow. So, realistically, I can see the Angels and the Twins. I can see the Twins splitting the rest of the series, and the Angels going 2 for 2 in the rest of the series. That would put the Angels at 64-60, and the Yankees at. If the Yankees do lose these next 2 games, it would put them at 65-67.
50s.
The Angels 58. At 64-60, and the Twins at 62-60. So then the order would be Yankees, Angels, Twins. The only teams that I could really see ever coming back would be the Angels, the Seattle Mariners, and the Kansas City Royals. I don't know. The Twins rest of the season, I don't know how that is. But I know Arizona is second place in wild card contention behind Colorado in the Western side and the National League. So if it would be anyone, if I had to give you a straight answer, I'd say Los Angeles Angels or Kansas City.
Alright.
Anything else? How long are we at? I want to see how much we could drag this out here.
34 minutes.
34 minutes. Alright, that's going to be condensed. And, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to apologize. It is now 12:17 p.m. Goddamn, didn't we start at, like, an hour ago? Like, at least? Or 11:30?
It's been some time. I mean, we've had 3 phones overheat.
Can you believe that? I sat in that car for that long?
I can't believe it, man.
Yeah, so the podcast is supposed to go up in 12 minutes. I happen to be the editor as well. So, I'm obviously not going to get this done in 12 minutes because I have to listen back to the entire podcast, edit out, restart, stuff like that, add in the music.
Didn't do that last time.
That's not happening in 12 minutes. If I had to give you an estimated time, let's say 1. So in advance, I apologize, but anything else you want to talk about before we head out?
No, I'm done.
Alright, man, I've been Bobby, that's Andy's. Thanks for stopping by. You just listened to State of the Yankees podcast. I'll see you next week.
See ya.